Hi everyone, this is Deb Tim, a Canadian girl. This is my Mbuna community. It's a 75-gallon aquarium, and right now there are 23 cichlids in this tank. I have always maintained a community of 33, but I sold a few and moved a few, so my numbers are down. The ones that I was making room for were in my 55-gallon aquarium that was decimated by a bacterial infection. Now I don't have any others that are big enough, so I'll probably end up picking a few up. I have another 75-gallon aquarium that I will be cycling soon. I will try to get at it this weekend, but if not, it will be early next week. I'm hoping to have it cycled in 1 month. I have decided to cycle my tanks without the use of my goldfish. I know it's hard on the fish. You're actually sacrificing them for this purpose. Even if they survive, chances are they have sustained damage to their gills by burning, which will affect their quality of life. I do not want to deliberately harm any of my fish ever again for the sake of another. Maybe I'm just so tired of seeing sick and hurting fish. Now, cycling is a tricky business. You can cycle with fish or cycle without fish. In order to do it without fish, you need to go to your hardware store and purchase a jug of pure ammonia, 100% pure, no fragrance or additives of any kind. So what you want to do is fill your aquarium and set it up the way you want it set up with your hardscape and your plants and everything. If you have live plants, you can add them now as well because they will thrive in an ammonia-rich environment. They aren't really big enough to challenge your growing bacteria for that ammonia. Next, you want to add your dechlorinator. Secum Prime or Secum Safe are both great products. This is very important because chlorine will kill the beneficial bacteria that you are trying to grow. You may also want to add a buffer, such as crushed coral, to help stabilize your pH levels. You can put it right into your filter or just hang it in a mesh bag inside your aquarium. It's basically an insurance policy that your cycle will continue uninterrupted, but it is essential if you have soft or low alkalinity in your water. Your tank now is almost ready to cycle, so you need to add your heater and turn it up. Bacteria grow best at the temps between 76 and 86 degrees Fahrenheit. Leave your tank lights off as well to lower the rate of algae growth. Add a bubbler, air stone, or remove some of the water in your aquarium so that the water coming from your filters falls further, creating bubbles. Bubbles are a big help in cycling an aquarium. Now that everything is ready to begin cycling, you can add your ammonia. Just add a little. Wait about a half an hour or so and test your water. You want the ammonia to stay around 4 parts per million. If you add too much, you will need to do a water change to bring it down. So just add small amounts at a time and keep checking your water until you've reached 4 parts per million. If you have any seeded media, at this time you can add it. Dirty, mucky filters, ornaments, anything from an established tank will have bacteria on it. Just be sure to keep it wet when transferring it because bacteria will die quickly if it dries out. And one note of caution, make sure that the tank you use this from is free of parasites or sickness of any kind, as you will be bringing that into your new setup. Now check your ammonia every other day as it begins to lower. Don't let it go below 1 part per million. Bump it back up to 4 parts per million because your bacteria need that ammonia to grow, and without it you'll be starving your bacteria and it will die on you. You do not want to risk crashing your cycle. Once your nitrite and nitrate get so high that they're off the charts, you will need to do your first water change. And do not forget your dechlorinator. Then continue watching your levels and bump up your ammonia to 4 parts per million. Watch your pH closely at this point. If it begins to drop, it's time to do another water change. Keep checking your levels, and at one point you will find your ammonia and nitrate at 0, and that means your cycle is complete. Once more, you're going to add your ammonia, check the time, and if 24 hours have passed and the 4 ppms of ammonia that you had added turns to nitrites and then to nitrates, you have a completed cycle. Test your water, your ammonia and nitrites should be 0, and you should have lots of nitrates. Now, if you don't intend adding your fish right away, be sure to continue adding ammonia to keep your beneficial bacteria fed and happy. 1 ppm is all you will need. Now, the day before you add your fish, you must turn your heater down to what they require and do a huge water change, 80 to 90%, because your nitrates will be off the chart and you want to bring them down to 20 parts per million before it's safe to add new fish. Once your final water test shows good parameters, which it should following the water change, you have a healthy cycled aquarium. I will be doing my 75 using this method of cycling. I will also keep track of a timeline so I know exactly how long it takes. As for my 55, I plan on using everything from my 40, so my angels will basically just be moved from one aquarium to the other. Now, I haven't felt so good and hopeful in such a long time, it seems. I can't wait to get my angels moved over and pick up some tank mates for them. I have been giving my 75 some thought as well. I'm thinking maybe going with Lake Vic cichlids. They are smaller and will probably do better in my 75 than the bigger peas and halves. As yet, I'm still undecided, but I'm certainly open for suggestions. So until next time, this is Deb Tim signing out. Have yourself a wonderful weekend. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll be talking to you soon. Bye.